Guten Tag. Welcome to another episode of Around the World
in 80 beers.
My name is T.
Jesse.
Kaz.
During this episode, guys, we're going to be visiting Germany via 3 exciting beers from 3 different regions, starting with ABK.
Of all the great stories of Bavaria's distant past, the legend of Actian Brewery and the benevolent Baron from Kaufbeuren continues to instill pride in the home of one of the world's oldest breweries.
Jesse, tell me about the region we're visiting first.
Sure. ABK is a Pils lager from the Kaufbeuren city.
Town city.
I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it.
Kaufbeuren.
So don't hold me to that, but they're located just southeast of Munich. And I hear they're not necessarily in the Pils region.
No.
But
Swabia region.
Swabia region, and south of Frankfurt. So they're spitting distance from the Pilsen region, we'll call it.
So, fun fact, Pils are known to be from the Pilsen region in Germany, but this one apparently is not.
Yeah, that's where the Pilsners originate.
Yeah, I wonder if there's kind of a Hatfields-McCoy thing between the Pilsens and the Swabians over there. The fact that they
See who can brew the best beer?
Brew the best built Pilsner.
Yeah. Go ahead and tell me something fun about this beer.
So it's just a classic Pilsner beer brewed with the 4 basic ingredients of pure water, malt, hops, and yeast. The brewery itself was founded in 1308, so it's been around a while.
700 years.
Long time.
And in 1325, they formed the Kaufbeuren Brewers Guild to define those 4 laws for the 4 basic ingredients in the beer. And that predates the well-known German purity laws of 1516, which did the same thing but for the whole country.
Right, which is probably how we got a Pilsner today from outside the Pilsen region back then.
Correct. So this Pils comes in at what percentile? It's
5%.
A 5% Pils, which is pretty decent for a Pilsner.
Yeah, I think the normal range is like 4.5 to 6, so it's right in the middle there.
Right. It should be a pretty decent beer. Guys, we're going to go ahead and pop the top off these ones. We'll get them poured, and then we'll be right back to talk to you about how it tastes and how it smells. See you soon. All right, welcome back to Germany. We've just opened this ABK Pils Lager beer, as it's defined on the bottle, from the Kaufbeuren.
Right.
Try and say that 3 times really fast.
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit. So let's go ahead and take a close look at this real quick. I see a very clear beer. Looks like a decent amount of carbonation. At least the head looks beautiful. Yeah, it's frothy. What are you seeing over there, Kaz?
Really crisp, clear. Just a little bit of carbonation there. I thought it'd be a little bit more carbonated than that.
Yeah, I see some sporadic small bubbles popping up.
Might have lost some on the plane ride.
It might have lost some at a certain altitude. Let's go ahead and smell it real quick. Okay, so it smells like a Pilsner.
Yeah, it smells like Pilsner. I'm just getting water and grain and
yeah, it definitely smells like one. I'm hoping that it, coming from that region so close to Pilsen that we're actually going to have a pretty decent Pilsner. So let's go ahead and give it a taste.
That's a pretty good Pilsner.
That's a real crisp Pilsner,
yeah, it's super crisp. It's almost like a sour apple or something I'm tasting there. Like a dull sour apple. I know it sounds kind of weird.
Like a bland sour apple.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm tasting. What are you tasting, Jess?
Like one that's been left on your counter for a while? Or?
Yeah, maybe. What are you tasting?
I'm not getting a whole lot of different flavor notes. To me, it just tastes like a great Pilsner. There's not a whole lot of different flavor notes. It hits good. It goes down smooth.
Very light hop profile on it.
Yeah.
It finishes well.
Good
summer beer. Be a great hot day beer.
Mow your lawn beer?
Yep.
Definitely a mow the lawn beer. Guys, we're going to go ahead and travel to another region. Plane's getting ready to take off. We'll be right back. See you soon. All right, so unfortunately we missed our airplane. We ended up having to hop in the balloon. We went north past Munich. Jesse, where'd we land?
Freising.
Freising. Right.
About 1,500 miles due northeast of Kaffenbier. Bread.
Kaffenbieren.
Right, sitting in the Bavaria region, or Bavaria state.
Right. And Bavaria is famous for this type of beer. Tell me about that, Cass.
Yeah, the weissbier is the staple beer of Bavaria. It's where it was first created, and it's kind of their namesake, just like the Pils region has the Pilsner. The Bavaria region has the weissbier.
And if they've been brewing since 1040, they're pretty Weiss.
That's debatable.
There's some forgery suspected in that case. The documents show probably more like 1675, but that's still pretty damn old.
Own research on that one.
Yeah.
So in the beer world, this is stolen valor, guys.
As the oldest brewery in the world, we know better than most how to create pure joy from the simplest of natural ingredients. It was back in the year 725 that Saint Corbinian discovered the spring that would become the pure source of Weihenstephan beer. The abbey to which Corbinian belonged, its brewery, and this new source of pure natural spring water thus became inseparably linked. Over the centuries, the Benedictine Abbey's brewing tradition was established. Following its deconsecration, the abbey became the royal brewery for the state of Bavaria, and then in 1921, the Bavarian state brewery Weihenstephan. But one thing remained the same: the unique brewing artistry of the beer makers.
Possibly. They may have.
It's on the label. It's real, guys.
So, Kaz, give me a fun fact about this beer you learned.
Well, the brewery itself, it's been around for a long time, like I said, and it's owned by the Bavarian state government. They own and operate this brewery, which is kind of unique in the beer production area.
That would not work in the United States with our county workers.
No, you'd have 15 guys watching one dude work, and everybody's getting paid $80,000 a year.
And they wouldn't turn a profit up. So
yeah.
No, absolutely.
This is run as a private enterprise. They actually make money on it around the world.
Go ahead, Jesse. Tell me your fun fact.
So this is a 5.4% beer, and it is a Hefeweizen, right? But top fermented, so that makes it a lager.
Right. So, what is the with the name here?
So
some controversy there.
Here in America, it's Weihenstephaner, and then
Like Shelton?
In Germany, like Shelton. In Germany, it's called.
Okay.
In Germany, it's called a Weihenstephan. So tell me about this.
I promise you, I did not get this beer off a Wish, so I'm not sure. Maybe the grocery store had a Chinese knockoff, and maybe it's not a wheat beer, maybe it's a rice beer. We'll find out when we drink it.
Right. So, guys, this is a Hefeweizen. It comes from the Bavaria region of Germany. We're going to go ahead and pop the tops off this 5.4% beer, and then we'll let you know what we think of it.
In beer biet.
In beer biet. All right, so we poured this. It smelled pretty floral when I was pouring it. I happened to notice. The one thing that really stands out is Kaz's humongous head.
Yeah. He's not very good at pouring beer.
I'm not good at pouring beer. No, not
He's good at drinking it.
Yeah.
So this is it doesn't look like it's super carbonated. I mean, there is some bubbles flying, but the heads on these things are just
super frothy.
Yes.
It looks like your standard Hefeweizen. Even from here, I'm getting some banana.
Always
aroma.
the banana with you.
It's always the
always
banana. That and pineapple. Anyways, this looks a little light-bodied for me on a hef because I think most of the American hefs are a little heavier than this.
Yeah, you can kind of see through it.
Well, it's a German hef. It's not your typical Belgian hef that we usually see in the U.S., so it's a little bit different.
Right. Kaz, tell me what you're seeing down there, buddy, besides your enormous head.
The enormous head. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good tasting beer coming on the palate there. Maybe a little bit of texture in there.
A little bit like a s'more.
All right, well, let's go ahead and smell it, guys. Jesse's going to be real happy to know I am indeed smelling banana.
I'm smelling a lot of banana.
Oh, I'm tasting banana.
Are you drinking already? This guy's always a cheater. Let's go ahead and taste it.
Some clove in there, too.
All right, I'll smell this time. Yep, banana.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely banana.
Definitely.
By the way, I'm glad I tasted it first because that was a really good beer.
That's Weihenstephaner.
Gwen Stefani?
No. It's pretty good. Tell me what you're tasting down there, Kaz.
Definitely the banana. A little bit of possible clove in there.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get a little bit of that clove scent too. But definitely tasting it. That's what's lingering on your tongue after you take a
Is
swig.
it just me, but I get some coriander, maybe a light coriander or something in there.
Yeah, maybe that's banana peel.
Crazy stuff.
I don't know. It's a good beer.
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of want to go try some more of their beers.
Well, I guess while we're here, we might as well enjoy them all.
Let's not miss our plane on the next round, guys.
We always got the balloon.
We always have the balloon as a backup.
I think they have Uber in Germany too. So
Yeah. Maybe they call it life.
It'll be Baloober. We're going to go ahead and finish these beers. We'll be right back. We've got one more place to be. See you soon.
Cheers.
All right, guys. So we went ahead and balloon Ubered over to Munich.
Right.
That's what we're going to dub that, I guess. Balloon Uber.
Yeah. Balloon Uber.
Yeah.
All right.
Here in Munich, we came across Paulaner.
Welcome to Paulaner. Since 1634, the companionable Paulaner monks brewed their favorite beer in the heart of Munich.
Tell me about Paulaner.
Paulaner was founded by the Paulaner monks in Munich about 400 years ago, I think about 375 years ago. And their most famous monk is Brother Barnabas.
Barnabas.
I think that's his chubby self on the label there.
Listen, you should never name your kid Barnabas, but I digress. Go ahead.
And this is their original beer with the original recipe, their first beer, which is the Doppelbock. And they called it Salvatore, and they actually copyrighted that name. And from what I understand, all Doppelbocks made in Bavaria and in the Tor. A Tor.
Right.
Yeah, all of them are on tour.
Yeah, don't know what that means.
So this one comes to us today at 7.9%.
Oh, big beer.
And I think you guys left out when we were flying over Munich on our way over to Freising. We saw a big party, so obviously we had to double buck back.
Right. So that party was in Weissfest, which is famous for...
Oktoberfest. That we have here in the US.
Oktoberfest.
Guys,
Okay.
we're here to report to you right now that there isn't a February Fest, so we're a little heartbroken
That's
there.
a bummer.
This is what percentage, Jesse?
7.9%.
7.9%.
Big beer.
Big
Big
beer.
beer, especially for the time. I mean, this is probably one of the tops, and they had a reason for that, though.
What?
It was their fasting beer during Lent.
Oh, right.
They
So it's
couldn't
like
eat
their
food,
liquid
so
bread.
there was their liquid bread, so they bumped up the alcohol content, which also bumped up the calories.
And
so
they
could-
eventually realized they were actually purifying their water at the same time, right?
Yeah, doesn't sound like a bad deal to have to live off only beer for a few weeks.
So just so you understand,
Healthy diet.
Yeah,
this is another monk beer.
yeah,
Not like our friends out in Belgium, but this is another monk beer.
Yeah.
right. And I think that explains probably the belly on that Brother Barnabas guy.
Right. That's what happens when you live in an abbey.
Yeah,
Guys, we're going to go ahead and pop the tops on these ones. We'll be right back. All right, so we went ahead and poured these ones. First thing that grabs me is this color is absolutely amazing looking. Very earthy,
amber.
amberish.
Amberish.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What are you seeing
Mawkish.
down there, Kaz?
I'm seeing pretty much no carbonation at all. Good amber color, just a light body head on there.
Very. I mean, I have no head.
Yeah,
But-
very light bodied.
But I'm thinking,
Pretty see through for a Bock, also.
Yeah.
A lot of times you get those ambers and you can't see through them. So.
I often feel like the two you don't have my Bach.
I have my
I have
Bock.
your Bock now.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and smell this one. I don't really
yeah.
smell a lot.
I'm getting like cracker, maybe some breadish.
So
I'm picking up the malt
like a
on
little
that.
biscuity.
Yeah, a little biscuity. Definitely malty.
Yeah.
Those Munich malts are putting a little bit of a.
So this is another Bavarian beer.
Yes.
Yeah, nothing that stands out though. I think it's
Not
very
overpowering,
like
very subtle.
middle of the balloon.
Yeah.
7.9. So what do you think we're going to get out of this? I think maybe a little alcohol in it,
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
little
I'm-
biscuit, little sweetness.
Thinking malt all the way through, front end. to
Yeah, I
back
think it's
end.
gonna be. It smells like it'll
which-
be very well balanced.
I love this style of beer and being the number one Doppelbock
In all of history, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and taste this.
Good.
And 400 years of 400 years of trial and error.
Yeah. No. Perfected it once and
that
did the
is
same thing.
Absolutely
That's
amazing.
really good.
This is
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
Mm.
So
I
this
definitely
was
get that
this was
biscuit.
their original beer.
This is their original beer
And they're still brewing it
and
with
the
the original
same
recipe.
recipe. Yes.
Yeah. So
They fine tuned some of their techniques, but same recipe. And I mean, they don't need to change
If it
this
ain't
one
broke,
bit.
don't fix it.
Right. This is outstanding.
Guys, we're going to go ahead and finish these beers, but I will let you know that we're going to hop back in the balloon, not the balloon Uber this time, and we're going to be going to Japan.
we got to cross the ocean a little bit.
So our next episode will be featuring beers from Japan.
Japan. Yeah.
So Japanese beers.
Get your Keitana ready. We'll see you soon. Cheers.